Most people think that the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is for vlogging. It is a great vlogging camera, but did you know it also makes a great camera for cinematic video? In this video, I'm going to show you why this might be the only camera you need. Welcome back and thanks for watching. In this video, we're talking about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and why it might be the only camera that you need. Now, if you do a whole lot of cinematic video like I do here on Rooster's Road Trips, we go out into the woods, we drive the trails, we take a lot of cinematic video, and it takes a lot of equipment to do that, folks. The Pocket 3 is the ultimate camera for this type of video. When you go out in the woods, you don't want to have to carry a ton of weight with you. Just like when you're vlogging, you don't want to have to hold a ton of weight out here, being able to try to hold it up while you're doing your vlogging. Same principle applies when you're going through the woods. Even if you're not vlogging, you're normally toting around a ton of equipment with you. So the smaller the camera is, the easier it makes it for packing through the woods, walking around and doing the types of videos that we do. Now, the Osmo Pocket 3 is a great camera all in all. It's a DJI camera. It shoots in 4K. DJI picture quality is just awesome. I've flown their drones for years, and the video that you get out of their drones is awesome, so why wouldn't it be on this as well? It records 4K video, it does 10-bit, and it has D-Log, which is a flat color profile that allows you a lot more dynamic range, and it allows you to do a lot more in color grading to make the video look the way you want it to look. Of course, it has the active track where you set it to track something and you can move the camera around and the gimbal will follow it. The camera is very simple to use. You flip the little screen around, it locks and loads, and the gimbal just works flawlessly. The screen is a touch screen. The items are very easy to get to the different image profiles. You can choose between 4K, 1080, the norm, all the way up to 60 frames per second. One of the other things that makes this little camera a great cinematic camera is it'll record 4K, 120 frames per second. So if you want to get that awesome slow motion in your video, it's very easy to do with this camera. It just is packed full of all kinds of features. I'm not going to go through them all because there's plenty of videos on YouTube that you can watch that have already done this. This camera's been out for a while. But I just had to get on here and do a video explaining how useful this little camera is. To turn it off, you just flip the screen over and it automatically shuts down and puts itself back into the packing position, which is great. I worried about the gimbal a lot. I had a Pocket 1 where the gimbal, it started to get stuck after time. I'm hoping that they have resolved that issue with the Pocket 3. But let me get into showing you what I really like about this camera is its size. I bought the Creator Kit, which comes with a case. It also comes with a little mini tripod that sits on the bottom of the camera. It comes with the DJI mic, and this thing works extremely great. It hooks up to the camera really easily, provides great sound and great audio for your videos. The Creator Pack also comes with the extended battery that clips onto the bottom of the Osmo Pocket 3. It also comes with a normal size clip-on, so you can screw it on to normal adapters for regular cameras. All this fits in the bag, folks, and it also comes with the little magnet thing to hold the mic in place on your shirt. Now, all this fits into this little bag. This camera, like I said, it's just extremely small, extremely capable for its size. The extended battery clips on. You screw the little tripod on, and boom, you're done. That's the whole camera. You can set it down. You can control it with the app that's on the phone. It connects flawlessly to the camera itself. You can move the gimbal around. It's just great, and the size factor is great. I use the GoPros a lot until I got this Osmo 3, and I still use the GoPros, but they're more for clipping onto the bumper of my Jeep when we're driving through the woods. This Osmo just has replaced this in a lot of ways. Oh, and it also comes with the case for putting the Osmo into and keeping it safe. And it also comes with the wide angle lens that just clips on magnetically to the front of the lens, and it gives you a little bit wider angle if you want to film at a wider angle. The camera isn't overly expensive. It's less than what you would pay for, say, a used GH6 or something of that nature. Now, when I go out into the woods and I go out to do my videos for Rooster's Road Trips, there's a lot I have to carry. I carry a drone backpack that has my drone in it. It's a DJI Air 2S. I have to carry my camera bag. My camera bag has got my cameras in it, my lenses, my batteries, my GoPro. It has filters, you name it. Everything's in here. It has to go along as well. But the big factor, folks, is when I'm walking around shooting a video. I could use this, or, and this is funny, the thing I can use instead of this is I can tote this around through the woods, which is my DJI Ronin RS3 Pro, and this has my Lumix GH6 sitting on top of it. Now look at this thing, folks. And when I use it with my S5 2X Lumix, it weighs about, almost 15 pounds total, to the point where I had to put a strap on it to be able to hang it around my neck and shoulder to take some of the weight off. So toting this through the woods all the time compared to toting this through the woods all the time, well, that's where this DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is just so spectacular. The weight of it, the lightness of it. Instead of carrying something like this, you're carrying something like this. Now, the gimbal quality of the Pocket 3S is equal to the RS3 Pro, I would say. The gimbal works extremely well on this camera. The active track works extremely well on this camera. Now, does the image quality compare to my GH6 Lumix or my Lumix S5 2X? Well, no, not quite. I mean, my S5 2X records at almost 6K, and so does the GH6. The lenses that I'm able to swap out on the S5 2X or the GH6 allows me a lot broader range of things I can video and how I can video them. So there are some limitations and there are some drawbacks to using this in lieu of the big setup. But the trade-off is amazing. Okay, again, I can carry this, put it all in this little bag instead of carrying that big gimbal and the other bags that I have to carry along with when I'm shooting the videos anyway. So again, folks, this camera it performs remarkably well. It doesn't perform up to the specs of the Lumix S5 2X. Okay, it just can't. But is it good enough? Absolutely, and it's more than good enough. I can put the footage between the two cameras side by side, and you might be able to see a little bit of difference, but it's not enough to make up for toting all that weight when you're having to walk around through the woods and things of that nature. Now, I do take all the bags with me and they stay in my Jeep most of the time, but when I'm walking around and I'm walking through the woods and I'm doing a lot of the cinematic video that I shoot while I'm out doing the Roosters Road Trips videos, this is my go-to camera. And it could possibly be the only camera you need. If I could only have one camera and I could only buy one camera, this would be it. Because it can do almost everything the bigger cameras can do and not so much cost. It's not crazy expensive. I'll go ahead and put an Amazon link down below for the camera if you want to go check it out. If you do buy it, I do make a small commission off of it. Again, folks, the camera's great. I highly recommend it. Again, if you can only have one camera and you can only buy one camera, this is the camera I would probably go for. It'll do your vlogging, it'll do your cinematic video. It has all the camera specs that you need, and it's easy to use. So again, I highly recommend this camera. If you want to see more about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and other cameras, hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss any episodes of Camera Corner, where we do talk about cameras, we do camera comparisons. I'm going to be doing some more videos about the RS3, about the Lumix S5X2. Maybe we'll compare the two visually and give you some video of both. And if you want to see a video about the Lumix S5 2X, click on this video here.